with the thing of anger, condemnation of anger, and what is anger. So the first thing, we'll look at the ayahs and how anger is mentioned, and we're also going to see how Ghazali then goes on to break that down in where he talks about the essence of anger, which is, right? So the first thing we do, we look at the corpus, we look at Quranic text, and we look at hadith that speak of anger. And in the Quranic text and the hadith we look at, they speak of anger at the point of where it is being demonstrated in its negative expression. So what we need to understand, as Imam Ghazali goes on to explain, and we'll see that there is a place for anger. And he'll also explain that the Prophet ﷺ is not, and the Quran, it doesn't altogether negate anger, right? Anger is an emotion that is required and is needed, but it's a matter of what? Knowing when it as an emotion or as a quality is then excessive, or it's now in the form of that which is negative, right? So it's important we know this, right? It's important we understand this. So when we're speaking about anger, right, we should see anger as an emotion that has a place and it has a function, a positive function, and it has a negative function. When it functions negatively, when do we know it's negatively when it functions negatively, is how it gets expressed and what accompanies it in its expression. You understand? That's how we know that that's now negative. That's anger, that's negative. And then you have anger that is correct and is needed. And we'll see the context for that, yeah? Which is really important, because you cannot negate that from the human being, It's such a strong aspect of us, because it's strongly tied also to our sense of fairness, right? So you can't just split that, in a way of just make it absolute, right? So when you're wronged, naturally you're going to be angered. And if you're not angered, then that's not good. It's not good, because you're just then, you're a wet blanket, and you're just going to be, that's not the way of the deen. Remember, the deen always tries to bring balance to yourself and to your affair, right?